Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your April Soul session. I'm Princess India. If you're new, okay, my cards are doing crazy things. And if you're family, welcome back, my friend. Sorry, almost messed up my intro. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and jump into you guys' cards for the month of, April and see what is going on with you guys. Interesting. I'm going to take both of those. Two cards came out. And for continuity, I'm going to go ahead and pull the cards for our more specific spread as well and move this over yonder. Okay, the two cards that came out for you guys, Pisces, for your overall energy. We have the Strength card and the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So here is the thing. That's Leo energy, by the way, if it's relevant. I really feel the overall message for the month of April for you guys is really about stepping into your power. It could be about focusing on raising your self-esteem, possibly. I know that's like sticky territory. A lot of people don't like to hear that, but just saying what I'm saying. But it's really about boosting your confidence, because I feel kind of leading up into this point, I don't know why I want to say literally the first quarter of the year. So from January to about March, I feel like you guys leading up, well, they're pushing me even farther back. In 2023, leading up into 2024, you guys have worked very hard to build yourself up. Now, this could be in a personal sense, meaning literally your self-esteem. It could be, working out, losing weight. It could be building up your business, building up your career, right? But I feel going forward now into these first kind of 3 months of 2024, I feel like there's been some sort of hiccup that has caused you guys to kind of doubt yourself. So the main overall thing that I'm seeing for you guys is to kind of step back into that power. So whatever it is that has transpired, I'm pretty sure the challenge or, the rest of these cards are going to tell us a little more about that. But whatever it is that has happened, like recently, that's kind of been a bump in the road, that's kind of I don't want to say tainted, but it's just kind of inhibited your confidence a little bit. This is the month to kind of bring that to the surface and to step into your power in reference to that. Now, the challenge that we have, okay, this is the theme for everyone. We have the Hanged Man. For me, I look at especially in soul sessions, I look at the Hanged Man as a personal accountability card. So the challenge this month, and I'll give you guys a quick example of what that could look like. The challenge this month is really going to be taking personal accountability for where it is that you are in life at present, and the decisions that you made that led you here. Now, an example of this could quite easily be, say that, I don't know, you have a business, right? And you product tested everything, for this business. Like the products that you launched with initially, you did like beta testing, if you will. So you kind of got feedback from, your clientele, your audience, what have you, and you picked what products you were going to launch with based on the feedback that you got from the beta testing, right? Everything's doing exceptionally well. So business has been doing well. You come into 2024, you get an idea for a product and you feel like, things have been going so well. People love the stuff that I do. The products that they liked are the ones that I initially liked as well. Let's just skip the beta testing and let's just launch this particular product, right? So you put this product out and no one likes it, right? No one buys it. There's bad reviews for it, all the things, right? So that kind of hits your confidence, right? Now, why does that happen? It hits your confidence because the products that you thought you should launch with, your clientele agreed during the beta testing. So it was kind of a false sense of confidence thinking that, because it worked the first time, even though we beta tested it, you know what I'm saying? that next time let's just, skirt the beta testing and just put the product straight out, right? Now, if you would have done the same thing before, then the things that you found out in the hypothetical reviews, you would have found out in the beta testing. So it's more or less taking personal accountability for the fact that there was no proverbial beta testing. You feel what I'm saying? So that's kind of an example of what this could look like. And because the thing that gave you the confidence, right, to put that product out without the beta testing, I hope y'all are following me, is because, it worked the first time. Like, out of coincidence, the products you liked were the same ones that the clientele liked as well. So the confidence gets hit because that was the only data, right, that you were going off of to launch this particular product. You feel what I'm saying? So it's kind of something like that. So the key is really just taking personal accountability for, any steps or, hiccups that were made that kind of put you in this position to where you're kind of doubting yourself, and I don't know. I think I believe that alone, because literally this just reminded me of like what my first thought was waking up this morning. It was the strangest thought. Like, I had this thought this morning, like literally as soon as I opened my eyes, I was thinking about people I dated when I was like 19 or 20, right? And I was like kind of laughing because I was like, ugh, like, why did I even date these people? And then thinking about how those connections didn't work out. And I was thinking about how I used to beat myself up over that. Like, it's like, why does this particular guy, like, why doesn't he want to like commit or whatever? Right. And I internalized it and thought it was like a me problem in my 19-year-old mind. Right. But when I look back at that now, like this morning, I'm sitting there and I'm laughing because I'm like, it's the person you picked, right? It's like the person you picked was a person who was a non-committal person. So it's like, why would you be shocked if they behave, in accordance, you know what I'm saying, with what they are? So the issue wasn't that, oh, there's something wrong with me because this person doesn't want to commit. It's the fact that the person that I picked was non-committal. So I picked someone who did exactly what it is that they're going to do. You feel what I'm saying? So that's kind of the same thing that I'm seeing here for you guys. It's more or less, and I mean, this is a subconscious thing that we do a lot of times. And it's kind of, I mean, I don't want to get too deep with it, because this could get into self-sabotage. It can get into self-fulfilling prophecies. You know what I'm saying? If we have a limiting belief about something, then we're going to choose, people, situations, and circumstances that are going to be the ideal candidate for us to reenact this belief. You know what I mean? So like, say if I believe like, I'm unlovable, right? So 19-year-old me believes I'm unlovable. So I would intentionally pick a guy who is non-committal so that he can say, I'm not going to commit, so that I can reinforce this thought of like, see, I knew I was unlovable. You feel what I'm saying? As opposed to picking someone who is committal, right? But then it's like, we'll kind of put ourselves in situations like that, but then sit back and say like, every single person that I date won't commit to me, therefore I am unlovable, or all dudes suck. You know what I'm saying? But we're not taking personal accountability for the partner selection. But then sometimes, we'll go back into the loop by saying, I saw no red flags. This person said, that they were committal. But it's like, did we look at their track record? Did we look at their behavior? Did we allow some time to pass? You know what I'm saying? So I hope and pray that that makes sense, Pisces. But those are kind of some examples to help you guys out of what it is that I mean. It's the thought of not allowing a situation or something that that has transpired recently to kind of throw you off of your square, in so many words, and to stifle your confidence. And my guides are saying this. This is reminding me of this came up in Gemini, I think in February. I don't know if it's that Pisces is concerned about this. I don't even know why. I'd be trying to figure out why it is they tell me stuff, child. I'd be looking for the relevance in it, but it ain't my reading, is it? But the thing that they're telling me to say is something about like people being jealous of you or something like that. And I don't know if that's because that's something that's kind of harping on you. Like I don't know if it's some type of public faux pas or something. It's kind of you being harder on yourself than necessary because like other people know about whatever this is that you guys were doing, you know. So like if we go back to the business example, like you have a business, everyone knows that you have a business, and you put the product out, the product didn't do well, there's negative reviews. It's something in there about there being people who are looking at Pisces, and that's kind of what's keeping you guys in this state, because it's kind of like the invisible audience. It's because I feel how you're perceiving it is a lot worse than it really is. You know what I'm saying? So the thing that's kind of keeping you guys in this Nine of Pentacles in the reverse is because you're using like they them statements, like they probably think this, they probably think that, or you know what I mean? Like they're probably saying da 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 da. And I always tell my clients, whenever you find yourself saying they statements about a massive group of people, that's called the invisible audience, but to take that they statement and put an I in front of it. And this is giving you insight into what your, self perceptions are, because we don't know what they are thinking. You feel what I'm saying? So that's just a little tidbit. But anywho, getting into you guys more specific spread, the central energy that is reflecting you guys for this month is the Hierophant, that is Taurus energy. And I'm just going to say it, stick to your guns, go back to the drawing board. It's like going back to like your truth, your foundation. But anywho, your past influence. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords. Interesting. Your hidden influence. Okay, we have the Six of Wands. I like this. Your above energy, which is your potential outcome. This came out for another sign, both of these court cards. We have the Knight of Wands, and going forward of what to look out for. Oh goodness, we have the Death card, that is Scorpio energy. Interesting. Okay, so with our past influence coming out of the latter part of March into April, I feel there was some harsh words spoken to you all Pisces. It doesn't really feel to me, I feel like this was done to Pisces, let me say it that way. This doesn't feel to me like something Pisces did to someone. I do feel like this is something that came out of left field, so that's going back to our overall energy. Something transpired that I feel is pretty unexpected. I don't really necessarily feel that you guys saw this coming, but this could have been an argument that you had with someone, some cutting words that were spoken by this particular person. It could be an air sign person, by the way. Oh yeah. And then I'm looking at this Hangman too. Y'all know, I see this as Aquarius, the Hangman, but y'all know the story. I forgot one day and I just started saying Pisces, Cancer, and Aquarius. But it could be an Aquarius person with this challenge card. But and that's an air sign, child. But anywho, but I feel like some harsh words were spoken, or I do really feel like it's words. An argument happened. It could have been like an insult, and I do feel like it's from a person that you guys would not have expected this from. And I think because kind of the whole thing I'm seeing is it's kind of being, it would be a person that you would allow yourself to feel vulnerable with, to where you wouldn't have your guards up with this person, but you also would not expect this person to say something to you like this, or to challenge you like this, or to insult you the way that they did. And I feel that's kind of how, despite how much work you guys have done to get to the point that you are, it's like something about who this person is or the role that they play in your life, you kind of have an open door to this person and what they said. And I really feel like this is something that was said or an argument that you guys had. It kind of, like it hit you left field to where you really didn't, you know what I'm saying, see this coming. And I don't really feel, especially with this showing up as a knight, um, and not saying I'm taking up for the person or anything, but I feel it was kind of like a projection kind of thing where, and again, like I'm saying, I'm not justifying what it is that they did, but I feel it was kind of like a transference of energy type of thing, like this person feeling a type of way that has nothing to do with you, and them being in a conversation with you or something like that, and them just saying like just some reckless type of stuff, right? But I feel like it hit you hard, and it's causing what we're seeing in this overall energy to where you're kind of second guessing or doubting the work that you've done up until now. And that's why the overall message is pretty much saying that there's a need to step back into your power. I'm also seeing this with your central energy with the Hierophant. And that's why I'm getting the message of needing to like go back to the drawing board, to go back to like your foundation, because it's almost like you value whoever this person is that we're talking about, or people, right? It's valuing their opinion more than your own. It's like valuing their opinion of you more than you're valuing your opinion of yourself. And it's a little bit to me going all the way to one side of the Likert scale. So even if we go back to the initial example that I was saying of like being a business owner, it's like you have a track record, hypothetically, of this whole product line that you put out that did well. It's one product that didn't do well. So this one product that didn't do well does not undo the whole product line that you put out that did exceptionally well. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like there's a little bit of um Pisces overvaluing this external opinion over your own, or overvaluing this external opinion based on your track record. It's like allowing one particular instance to completely overshadow all of the work that you've done or all that you've achieved. You feel what I'm saying? But I can also say, like I said, I do feel, and this is just what I'm picking up intuitively, because we know that the Knight of Swords don't say none of these things, but um I'm picking up intuitively that this person has some sort of value to you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, to where you value their opinion a great deal. But I really feel the solution, well, not full on solution, but I feel what's going to behoove you guys in overcoming this is kind of you going back to like your roots, in a sense, how it is that you see yourself, how it is that you perceive yourself, or going back to what the truth of the matter is, like I was saying, your track record. But I want to clarify this Knight of Wands here, because I'm just picking up some stuff with that. What is this Knight of Wands about? Whoa. That's exactly what I thought it was. We have the door to healing and happiness. I don't think you guys can see that too well. The door to healing and happiness in the reverse. Let me go to you guys hidden influence before I get to that. With your hidden influence being the Six of Wands, like you guys are in a good place. Like you have overcome this, I'll say it that way. You've overcome this battle. You're not even really fighting. You know what I'm saying? No, I'll say it this way, because I think that one's better. You've already won the war. It's neither here nor there whether you win this battle or not. Because like I said, you guys are seated in the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So the energy is blocked. But the thing that's helping you guys out is the fact that there was a lot of time, energy, effort, and work that has gone into this thing or yourself up until this point. And the work speaks for itself. That's something that can't be taken away from you. So it's a perceived kind of slight. So with this hidden influence, you guys already have the victory. So this sounds so, I'm saying it sounds, I haven't even said it yet. But this is gonna sound kind of weird how I'm seeing this, Pisces. It's like, it's kind of like Seven of Cups energy. it's like there's this cloud around your eyes and you're hung up on what this person or people did or said. And that is just kind of like a blip in the overall timeline. It's like, yeah, it happened. Yeah, it sucked. Yeah, it wasn't nice, but it's kind of and it makes me think of this card that's in the chakra oracle deck. They're talking about this woman who is complaining about this block that's in her life that she can't get past. But it's like when her guide team comes along, it's like they're telling her to take a step back. And she's like, I don't want to go backwards. It's like there's this huge wall. Don't you guys see the huge wall that's stopping me from moving forward? And they're like, take a step back. And when she takes the step back, she realizes that she's holding a brick in front of her eyes. So she's thinking it's a giant wall, but it's literally a brick in front of her eyes. And she's thinking it's a wall. And when she steps back, she sees it's a brick. So she finally puts it down on the path and keeps walking. It's that kind of situation I'm seeing. I don't know who this person is or who these people are or why it is that you value their opinion so much, but it's like they are a brick, not an entire wall. You know what I'm saying? So with this Six of Wands being in your hidden influence, it's like Pisces would almost be seeing themselves as like a failure. I'm a horrible person. Everything is ruined. Like nothing's gonna work out for me. It's like a very defeatist type of perception that one is having. And it's all based on this one brick, like this one person, this one group of people, this one minor hiccup. And it's allowing that one thing to undermine everything that's been done and having that cloud over your eyes to where you're not seeing the bigger picture in all of this, and going back to what I was saying about your potential outcome, this is more or less like a forewarning, Pisces, because with the door to healing and happiness being in the reverse with this Knight of Wands, it's more or less saying that you're allowing what it is that transpired in the recent past to now influence not only your perception of yourself, but the actions that you're taking in accordance to that. So this is more or less saying to me that this is, Pisces has the opportunity to wrap up a cycle, to come out of agreement with a self-concept, a self-perception, maybe even to come out of agreement with this particular person or people, because I feel like they're not adding to you, they're taking away. You feel what I'm saying? And I mean, this particular instance can just be, it could be one of many, or it may just be the truth coming out about how they are. Okay, my guides are saying this is not a one-time occurrence. This is something that this person or these people have done on a continuous basis. It's almost like a backstabber, like a friend who is always insulting you, or they always have like some kind of snide comment to make. Like as soon as you get to a place to where you're feeling confident or you're feeling good about yourself, it's like they have the ability to say something to you that just completely pulls the rug from under you. So they're saying this is not a one-time thing. This has happened several times before. And that's what brings us back to this Hangman and personal accountability. There's a need for Pisces to come to the realization that you have a hand in this, in the fact that this person does this and you allow the person or people back into your life to do it again. So it's almost like it's destined for you to rise. It's destined for you to be victorious, but it's been a bumpy ride because every time you level up, and you're about to go to the next level, here comes this person, and then they hold you on that level longer than you need to be, right? And then they're gone, and then you level up again, and then bam, when you're about to go to the next level, here comes this person holding you down again, right? And it's like what they're doing isn't right, but the personal accountability that needs to be taken is either one, you keep allowing this person back in, or two, what really needs to be addressed is the fact that you value their opinion over your own, And I mean, for some of you guys, this could literally be your parental figures, right? Because I think that would probably be the most challenging thing. If it's a parent, of course, it's like you want to ideally trust your parents' opinions or their comments on things or whatever. But it's like sometimes you have to be honest with yourself. And I feel like I've had this conversation 1,000 times this week. It's like, but it's my parents. And my thing is like, and you know what I'm saying? Like they're your parents, but just because you came out of their body doesn't mean that you have to take everything that they say as gospel, because they're fallible humans just like we all are, with their own traditions and beliefs and perceptions about the world. Just because you come out of a person's body and you share DNA doesn't make this person like Jesus Christ incarnate. It doesn't make them, an infallible deity just because they're your parental figure. I say this as a daughter and I say this as a mother. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything that your parents say isn't gospel. You feel what I'm saying? So, and not saying that this is for everyone, like this is everybody's parents, but I know that a lot of people struggle with that because of, the role that a person plays. A lot of times we give people a lot more power than they deserve, you know what I'm saying, just because of the role that they play in your life, but overall the heads up or the forewarning for Pisces is you're in an energy to where you're supposed to be moving forward. So the same with what to look out for with this death card. This is supposed to be, and I mean, and this can have a lot to do with the eclipse as well, because many of you may know that I talked about that in the other signs. We're coming up on Mercury retrograde. I have a Mercury retrograde course that is free on my network. My network is also free to join, so go take the course. But there's also this eclipse that's happening that's supposed to offer us an opportunity to have like a lot of things come up to the surface and like break, chains and cycles in our life. And that's very much what this death card is talking about. It's ending an old way of being and stepping into a whole, new state of being, moving forward and leaving this behind once and for all. But with your outcome, the Knight of Wands is you guys taking action that is being influenced by wounds or things in your life that are unhealed. So what this is saying to me is Pisces is being offered an opportunity to heal something that has kept you in this cycle for an extended period, right? But this particular, person or people in the recent past, they've been almost kind of like a test. It's like what this person did put Pisces at a crossroads, and you have a choice to either transform or to repeat this cycle all over again. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how you allow it to affect your self-concept. Because the truth of the matter is that, like I said, the war is already won. You're already victorious, right? It's like the only reason why your 9 of Pentacles is in the reverse is because it's a perception. You're perceiving yourself as less than, but you are literally standing in the 9 of Pentacles, which is one step beneath this 10. So you can complete this cycle and be victorious and be abundant. But the question is, are you going to take personal accountability, right? Because that's the key that unlocks the door to, personal healing and happiness, is taking personal accountability for valuing this person's opinion more than yours, or constantly letting this person into your life. If you don't take personal accountability for that, that's what causes you to repeat this cycle. But you have the opportunity to come out of agreement with it, and value your own opinion over theirs. You know what I'm saying? So I hope and pray that that made sense, Pisces. Most definitely let me know what you guys think in the comments. And as always, I love your freaking face, and I will see you guys sooner than later.